On the 31st of August 1888, Mary Nichols was the first of Jack the Ripper's victims. Here, in London, I am currently on a self-guided Jack the Ripper tour, and I decided I will take you along with me. So I'm currently on Durwood Street, and this is where Mary Ann Nichols was found. The first officer on the scene was PC John Neal, later joined by PC Fine. Now a restaurant, this was the Frying Pan pub, and this is where Mary Nichols was last seen before she was killed by Jack the Ripper. I am now on Hanbury Street, and it was here only 7 days later that Annie Chapman was found dead with her throat slit on this very street. She was the second of Jack the Ripper's victims. Annie Chapman was discovered by John Davis at around 6 a.m, after which Davis alerted the police. It was discovered that Annie had been dead for a couple of hours. I wonder if Annie Chapman and the other victims of Jack the Ripper knew what was going on in this building here. So in this building here in 1888, the Matchstick girls were having a meeting to discuss making conditions safer for girls like them working in the factories and working in the professions that they were. This here is the 10 Bells pub, and it is here that we know that all Jack the Ripper's victims tended to drink here and were frequent visitors. So it's possible, or it's believed, that Jack the Ripper himself may have been a frequent visitor to the pub as well. Due to prostitution being illegal and women were not allowed to stay in one place, were also not allowed to pick up customers, the women would often walk around areas, and this church is one of the areas that the prostitutes would constantly go around in circles, including Jack the Ripper's victims. I am now on Henrique Street, where victim number 3 was murdered by Jack the Ripper. But this is the victim where Jack, unfortunately, got interrupted, not being able to complete his work. But that didn't matter. Even though this particular victim had been interrupted, it didn't stop him going on to victim number 4. Elizabeth Stride was discovered by Louis de Matchy at around 1 a.m. Behind this wall used to be a church, and it was in that churchyard that Catherine Eddowes, the 4th victim of Jack the Ripper, was murdered. Catherine Eddowes was discovered by PC Watkins at around 1:45 a.m. I am now on Golston Street, and it was here, or it's said to be around here, that the apron, a bloody apron, and a knife was supposedly found as evidence from Jack the Ripper himself. Whether it was genuine evidence or just somebody leaving a bloody trail is a different matter. I am now on White Row, and it was here that Jack the Ripper's final victim was killed. Mary Jane Kelly had a house on this street, and it was in that house that Jack the Ripper had invaded it and killed her, leaving a bloody mess. You can actually see photographs, because the death of Mary Kelly is the first time that police decided to use photography to photograph a crime scene, so we know what it looks like. But it was on this very street that she lived and died. So thank you for following me on this little Jack the Ripper tour around Whitechapel, London. If you want to do this tour as well, because I did miss all of the sections because I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible, I will leave down below where I saw the map to do the self-guided tour, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, guys.